Hello everyone. In this video, I'm going to explain on concept synchronization in multi-threading or synchronization in Java. Okay. So first, I'll take out a real world example. So to explain why we need what synchronization. Okay. Assume we are out on a real world application uh, reserving a seat in a bus via what online. Okay. So we are just reserving what some seats in a bus uh, throughout some online application, and that online application is using one concept called as what multi-threading. Okay, I think you know what's the meaning of what multi-threading means. Multi-threading means we're going to have more than one threads. So more than one thread means more than one flow of execution. Means more than one flow can execute what your program. Your program will be executed by more than one flow of execution. Okay. Uh, so I assume so we have what three threads within this particular application. Okay, and there are what three-person who are using what this particular application. Your thread T1 is serving for P1, T2 for P2, and T3 for what P3. Okay, so all the three-person first they'll check what availability. So, and they will come to know that there is what one seat within the bus, one seat available within the bus. Okay, next what they will do, they'll call what reservation function to reserve this particular seat. Okay, since it is a multi-threading, all the threads can execute what this particular function. Now, what will happen if all the three-person will going to execute reservation function? So even though there is a one seat, all three will going to reserve at this particular seat. Okay. Now, next day or in the next date, when they want to travel, you can see the fighting between P1, P2, and as well as what P3, because we have only one seat, and that is reserved for what all the three-person. Actually, problem is with what your application, whatever we used in order to reserve this particular seat. Okay. Now, how to resolve this particular problem? So if you want to resolve this particular problem, we have what one concept, and that concept is called as what synchronization. Okay, using synchronization we can resolve this problem. So if I use synchronize, there is a keyword synchronized that I can apply for any functions. So availability, there is no need of for synchronization. Why? Because anyone can check what is the number of what seats that are what available. So this function uh, may not be what synchronized. This must be what a non-synchronized, but reservation should be what synchronized. So if you make a reservation as what synchronized, what will happen is, suppose if T1 is executing what reservation, then no other thread can execute this one. So that they must be in what waiting state. So whenever T is what executing, so the reservation is locked for what T1 until T1 completes. Okay, or once T1 completes, then lock will be what released. Then either T2 or T3 can execute this one. If T3 get the chance, T2 should be in what waiting state. If the T2 get the chance, T3 should be in a waiting. That should be in what waiting state. Okay, this is the advantage if you go with what synchronization. Synchronization you can apply for a entire method by using a keyword word synchronized. You can apply for entire method, or you can go with what a single block. These are the two methods using which you can achieve what synchronization. Synchronized method or synchronized block. So there is a keyword synchronized using which you can apply for entire method or for a particular block. Okay. So first we will go with the synchronized method. I think you can understand. So in any real world applications like a ticket reservation or bus train ticket reservation or movie ticket reservation, so whatever the function that is doing this reservation, that should be what synchronized. Otherwise, the same seat may be allotted for what more than one person. Okay, availability, there is no need of make that one what synchronized. If you make synchronized, what will happen? Only one thread can execute that particular function. If any one of the thread is what executing, remaining thread should be what in a waiting state. Okay, yeah. So first we'll see synchronization using synchronized applying for an entire method. Okay, so for that I've taken what a simple program. So there is a class with name of display. In the display, we have one function with name of wish. Here we are just displaying what good morning and some name. So like suppose if I give name as a, if I pass a name as a parameter, Dhoni as a name, we'll get good morning Dhoni. How many times? 5 times. It will going to display what 5 times. And before after displaying what good morning, it will going to sleep for what? How many milliseconds? 2000 milliseconds. So it will print what good morning and it will sleep for 2000 milliseconds. Next, it will going to print Dhoni. Okay. So why I written within a try and catch block? Because sleep will going to throw a exception. So this function already explained in the previous video. Just go through that one. Okay. Why I written what thread? Because this is a static function. Okay. Yeah. So display, there is a wish function. So what wish is what doing? Just displaying good morning some name. So okay, how many times? 5 times. And before these two messages, it going to sleep how many minutes, milliseconds? Two 2000 millisecond. Okay, yeah. So next we have one more class with the name my thread, and that is synthetic from what a built-in class with name of thread. Okay, yeah. So within which there is a constructor. So from the main, I'm going to pass some name, and that will be assigned to this data member. Okay, so there is a run function. So within run, I'm just calling this wish function. That's it. Here we have run. We are inventing from a thread, and there should be what on run. Okay, within that run, we are just calling what wish method. This wish will be what executed. Okay, and there's a constructor. Whatever the name I will going to pass, that will be assigned to this data member. That's it. Simple code. And I've taken what one more class with name class test synchronization, within which there's a public static void main. Here I've created two threads, two objects. So two objects of type my thread. Okay, one object of type of display. Okay, so I'm passing this D as well as what name Dhoni and what Virat. And I call T1 dot start as well as what T2 dot start. You know, once you call what start function, what will happen? New thread will be what created. So how many thread will be created now? Two threads. And we're going to execute this main function. This will be executed by what main thread. Just forget about what our main thread. So main thread will just execute this one, this part. So whatever that is there in the blue color. Now, and even main thread will going to execute the start one as well T1 dot start as well as for T2 dot start. Now this two will going to create what? Two threads. Okay. So that will going to execute what your uh, that will going to call what a run function. So both will going to call a simultaneous run function, within which it indirectly will going to call wish function. This one. Now first we will see what will happen if you go with without using what keyword asynchronized. Okay. Now the wish is what ordinary function. Now if you execute this particular code, see now it's without any synchronized keyword. Just see the output. You'll get what irregular output. See good morning. I got good morning Dhoni. Next I'll get good morning again Dhoni. Dhoni. I think I've not saved that particular program. Okay. So once you made some changes, you have to save that one. Save. Then you run this one more time. Sorry. So you got good morning two times. Then Virat, Dhoni, Dhoni, Virat, Dhoni, Virat, Virat, Dhoni. See, we got irregular output. There is no, because both the Virat and Dhoni are you know fighting with what each other to execute what wish function. That is the reason we got what irregular output. Now, what I will do, I'll make this particular function wish as what synchronized. Okay. Now see the output changes. So once you do some change, you just save that one. Okay. So I'll save. I'll compile what one more time, and I'll run what one more time. now I got good morning. Now it is taking some time. See, so we will going to execute that either Virat or Dhoni. That total depends on our JVM or thread scheduler. Okay, so maybe your thread scheduler is a fan of what Virat, so first give chance for what Virat. Now once Virat is sort of executing Wish method, so Dhoni can't disturb what Virat. Even though, see, after printing this one, Virat is what sleeping for 200 milliseconds. Now Dhoni is not supposed to execute what Wish, even though Virat is what sleeping. Why? Because the method is what synchronized. Okay, so only after completion of what Virat, Dhoni is supposed to execute that one. So, so see here, I got you know uh, regular output. If you're not use a synchronized method, then you'll get what irregular output. This is the advantage if you go with what synchronized method. Okay, see whether it will start with Virat or Dhoni, that total depends on what your thread scheduler. So there are two threads. It may give chance forward Virat or it may give chance forward Dhoni. If it gives chance forward Virat, Virat will start what executing. Whenever the Virat is what executing, Dhoni should be what in waiting state. Okay, yeah, that's it. This is the advantage if you go with what synchronization. So better you write what side heading synchronization in what Java. You copy what this theory part. Write out this theory part and what are the different ways of achieving what synchronization, synchronized method and a synchronized block, and write on this particular program. The same program whatever I executed just now. Okay. So after copying this one, I just copy this particular output. Okay, from here to here. So this is the output for function without using synchronized keyword. See, we got irregular output, and there is a fighting between what Dhoni and what Virat. But here there is no fighting. If Virat is what executing, Dhoni should be in a waiting state. If Dhoni is what executing, then JVM gives a chance for Dhoni in the beginning. Then Virat should be in what waiting state. Okay, that's it. Okay, thank you.